Dan here, and in this video you are going to learn the two possible paths an ENFP can take to become successful, and the one route you should never ever go down unless you love misery and heartbreak. Now, if you're new to the channel, I am Dan Johnston, the author of way too many books, including some around personality psychology, the creator of The Free Freelancer and ENFP Unleashed, and here my mission is to help you become the best version of yourself and create the most awesome life possible for you and those you love. So as you may or may not know, I am an ENFP myself, and I have been working with ENFPs for many years now, and I've noticed two potential paths that what I would consider successful ENFPs tend to go down. Now, of course, successful has many definitions. It's all about our own values, and that's actually something we talk a lot about on the channel, is not letting other people define you or what success is for you. But in this case, I'm using success in terms of basically have their shit together. They tend to do what they say they'll do. They tend to be relatively happy with life, not overly stressed about money, and generally have a relatively happy life. So the first path is going against your own grain, but doing so in a very conscious way. So sometimes I'll hear from ENFPs who will say, hey, I am an accountant or an investor, or I do some kind of sales, and I know it's not perfect for me as a creative, as an ENFP, but I'm smart enough and I work hard enough that I get it done and I can make a really good income. So I've decided to go down this route and find ways to make it more acceptable for me. So that might be how they approach the job, or finding things outside of the job to give them that life satisfaction and fulfillment that they don't necessarily have within their jobs. Now, personally, as you probably know, this isn't my ideal route to go down, but I also know we all have different circumstances and different obligations with our lives. And there's also the case where you might have an opportunity to make an insane amount of money. And so maybe what some ENFPs decide to do is from age 25 to 35, to go work in extremely draining, high-paying job, put in 10 years, and then retire and chill on the beach or something like that. Now, overall though, with this path, the key is to acknowledge your superpowers, acknowledge your strengths, and acknowledge that it's not going to be perfect for you. You're going to have some extreme levels of stress, maybe if you're dealing with confrontation or other personality types that really conflict with yours. But that doesn't mean you can't go down this path and you can't succeed. So that's one thing that I have noticed with my clients and just other ENFPs I meet. The other path to success is just to totally embrace the whole ENFP thing, embrace who you are and go full out with it. So what that means is maybe taking a high risk opportunity, creating your own business, doing something a little outrageous in the creative fields. These sorts of routes generally take 3 to 5 years to succeed. If I look at my own business, if I look at a lot of other people I know who have successful businesses, sometimes it happens quicker, sometimes it takes longer, but generally you're looking at 3 to 5 years to build a really unique life based on your passions or your natural talents or something like that. That's just how the math works out. So that's another route you can go down, where you say, all right, the next 3 to 5 years, I'm going to maybe struggle. I might be a bit stressed. I'll be taking big risks, but I'm going to be building my baby. I'm going to be doing the thing that I've always wanted to do, and I have so much passion for, and it will all be worth it. That's a pretty cool route to go down as well. That's essentially what I have done after a very brief stint trying option number one. Now, choosing between these two, if I had to say to do one or the other, I think it's worth it to take the risk, sacrifice for some time, and build that thing that you're really going to love doing, because we have long lives, at least most of us, and there is a lot of time ahead of you. So why not invest 3, 4, 5 years now to create an incredible life for the rest of your life? I promised I would mention what you should absolutely not do, and that's attempt to do both of these. This is the road of death for an ENFP. Here's what it looks like. Okay, I really want to be a cartoonist. I love creating cartoons. I love drawing. I love making people laugh. but that's not very realistic. So I'm going to get into consulting and get a job at a big firm because, I can, I'm smart, whatever it is. A year into that job, it's, oh man, I really hate this. This is such a waste of my time. I hate coming in. I'm not expressing my own creativity. I quit. I'm going to go do my own thing. 6 months later, oh my God, I don't have any money. People are disappointed in me. I got to get a job again. Go back to the job. 8 months in, oh, I can't stand going into this work all the time. I can't stand this job. Okay, I'm going to quit and I'm going to do my own thing. A year later, I'm so stressed. I need money. I can't do this. There's no structure. I can't handle this on my own. I'm going to get a job. And you see where this goes. Basically, any financial savings are down the drain because every time you quit your job to do your own thing, you burn through your savings really quick. And any chance at serious career progress is flushed away because you're quitting every 6 months or every year. Like no really good company is going to look at you and say, wow, you're completely unstable and have no determination. Come work for us. On the other side, your creative journey in terms of being an awesome cartoonist, you could actually have built a great legacy doing that, built a great income after 5 years. But you're not because you keep quitting every 6 months or every year and going back and forth, back and forth. This is the one thing you should never, ever, ever, ever do. So what I'm throwing out here is to be more conscious of the choices you're making. To really look at your life, and if you want to say, hey, I'm going to turn my back on that creative part of me that wants to start a business or wants to do something with my artistic ability, I'm going to decide to be a bit of a realist, and I hate that word, just a side note. I'm going to be a bit of a realist, and I'm going to suck it up and get a job and save up a bunch of money and buy a house or provide for my family or whatever. If that's what you're going to do, be honest with yourself and go that route and go all in and commit for the next 10 to 20 years of your life. Again, would not be my path. I would not really recommend it. But if you're going to do it, don't BS yourself. Own it. Go down that route. Or if you're going to do your own thing, which is, as you know, what I'm all about and what Dreams Around the World is all about, if you're going to do your own thing, then give yourself the time to succeed. Give yourself 2 to 5 years. Acknowledge that it will be tough at the beginning. Now, people, perhaps even me, have some programs, have some coaching available that can help it go a little smoother and help you feel like you're supported and you're not alone when you're doing it. But no matter what, it's going to take time. There's going to be moments or maybe weeks of self-doubt and of struggle and of stress and overwhelm. And I know that doesn't sound very fun, but the reality is if you stick with it, you'll become an incredible person. You'll become tougher, stronger, more determined than you ever thought possible. And after a couple years, you're going to have this amazing creation, whether it's an artistic business, an entrepreneurial business, some hybrid of them all. It will be very much worth it. So I would encourage you to make a decision one way or the other. Pick your route and then go all in with it. Speaking of all in, go all in and subscribe to this channel. Click that bell button so you get notified of new videos and tune in soon. Thank you for watching. My question today is, which route have you been going down? And looking at this, what route are you going to choose for yourself in the future? Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.